Congratulations, guys, on all the success so far. We Are Young has been kind of number one, almost kind of conquered almost every country.
How's it doing here?
It was top number 3.
That's great.
Which is good.
So exciting.
It's doing so well, you don't even know how well it's doing here, which is good.
So.
Have you got anywhere else left to go to conquer with this song?
The word conquer is a tough one. It feels a little war related. We come in peace. We are comes in peace.
Success for you guys has still kind of been a long time coming. Does it kind of feel like this is the good stuff now? You're here and you're around and that's it.
I think this aspect, yeah, for sure. I think getting to actually finally like go to Europe and not feel like you're, and even Canada, and not feel like you're just completely starting fresh, because all of us started fresh like 10, 12 years ago. Like maybe not in this band, but that's when like it felt like you're playing shows and you're wondering if anyone's ever going to come to a show. And I think that fortunately, when we released our first album, we didn't have that problem as much. And it was always a problem anytime we'd go internationally. So to know that the song is doing well, that's like one of the best perks, is that we get to come to places and not feel like we're starting over again.
And it was used on Glee as well, obviously, which was a cool kind of take on the song. Would you like any other of your songs to get the Glee treatment?
All of them?
Sure, yeah.
All of them?
Yeah, I'll bet, like, just judging by the way they incorporated We Are Young, I'll bet they would have really, really interesting, both plot-wise and musical adaptations of the other songs. I think they did a really good job with We Are Young, and I would love to hear what they would do with a whole fun episode.
A whole fun episode.
I was going to say a Glee fun special with an EP would be perfect.
That'd be amazing. That'd be so cool.
We'd be down if anyone from Glee is watching.
Mm-hmm.
Choose us again.
And critics, I was reading around about what people have been saying about you. A lot of people have compared this song particularly to Queen. Do you agree with that? Do you think are you influenced by Queen at all?
I think it's funny because I get that influence in many areas, but I would say the only song in the album, or definitely one of the few songs that I would say I feel very little Queen to be We Are Young. But it is nice that, because no one's like, you're the new Queen, they're just like, we're hearing a little bit of Queen. So I think that we feel honored, what Nate just said, that we're not being hailed as the next something, we're just being, pointed out that, hey, there's a hint of this, but we're still just us. And I think the biggest answer is just like, wow, thanks for hearing that.
I mean, the album's done fantastically in the States already. It's not out here yet. What can fans expect from the rest of the album? Are there any tracks you're keen for fans to hear?
I think the whole thing.
The whole
seriously.
shebang.
Yeah, I would just hope that people listen to it all, because I know whenever there's a single that's performing well, it's tempting to just be interested in that. But whenever we make albums or talk about songs or anything, it's always in the context of an entire album. And I think if fans really listen to the whole thing, I think they'll be happy to find that there's a flow, there's an arc to the album as a whole. It's meant to be listened to together. Obviously,
because the album's already been doing well abroad, was there ever a fear at any point that you were going to be labelled a one-hit wonder? Did that fear ever come across?
I'd say it crosses my mind when I think about We Are Young and the success that it's had. I'd say it crosses my mind 5% of the time. The crazy thing is that, I mean, in the United States, we had already built up a reputation as we already had a live following. We already had a following. I mean, that's what has kept us together. That's what's kept, that's kept everything intact. So we've already had a live following, and now, like, when we booked the last tour in the States, we booked it before any of the single success, and like pretty much the whole thing sold out beforehand. So when we do get those pockets full of fans that just come for the song, I mean, they're in for a whole completely different treat, and I would assume that most times they leave the show thinking like, what the fuck are we missing out on?
There's also so many angles to it. Like, technically in America, Radiohead was a one-hit wonder. Oh, yeah. Because they had one hit song, and like, that's all our focus is on tour and serving the fan base that we have. So if We Are Young is the biggest song we ever have, it doesn't matter, because that's not what we're working on. What we're working on is playing shows to bigger and bigger audiences all over the world.
Yeah.